Naruto, 10 Confusing Things About Chakra, explained. The concept of chakra was complicated, and the show left a lot of questions unanswered in the minds of fans, especially those new to the anime. Naruto fans are aware of the fact that in the Narutoverse, every ninja could perform a variety of jutsu using energy called chakra. Chakra gave life to humans and was the source of power for all types of ninjutsu and genjutsu in their world. Every person possessed a unique type of chakra, and the larger a person's chakra reserves, the more they could fight in a battle without exhausting themselves or dying due to chakra depletion. As impressive as the concept of chakra was, it was also quite complicated, and the show did leave a lot of questions unanswered in the minds of fans, especially those new to the anime. 10. What were the 5 elemental chakra natures? Wind, lightning, earth, water, fire. In the Naruto world, a person's chakra could be transformed into the nature of the 5 elements, which were wind, lightning, earth, water, and fire in that order. Each elemental nature was superior to the one before it and inferior to the one after it, with fire being superior to wind. Every person's chakra had a natural affinity towards at least one of these elements. And this allowed the chakra wielders to use jutsu that required transformation to their respective element's nature. 9. Could a person wield a chakra nature they did not have an affinity for? Yes, but it required a lot of training on their part. A person could master a chakra nature that they did not have an affinity for. But it was harder for them to learn to do so, and required a lot of training on their part. Every shinobi could also use basic jutsu of every type, as was seen during the 4th Ninja War, and Shikamaru ordered everyone in the allied shinobi forces to construct an earth wall. Shinobi who had an affinity for earth release constructed a giant wall, while shinobi who didn't have an affinity for earth also constructed a wall, albeit much shorter in comparison. Most jonin learned at least 2 types of nature releases. Shinobi who could use all 5 elemental releases were extremely rare and obviously, excessively powerful. 8. What was Yin release, Yang release, Yin-Yang release? Yin release made use of spiritual energy, Yang release made use of physical energy, together they made up the Yin-Yang release. Apart from the elemental transformations, there also existed the Yin release and Yang release. Yin release made use of spiritual energy, and Yang release made use of physical energy. When used together, they made up the Yin-Yang release. Just like light and shadow went together hand in hand, so did the Yin and Yang releases. Naruto used the Yin-Yang release to save Might Guy from death, as well as restore Kakashi's eye. 7. How did medical ninjutsu boost chakra to heal? Medical chakra sped up the body's regeneration healing rate. While chakra could be molded and used in many forms in medical ninjutsu, the most basic and common healing techniques shown were the mystical palm technique and the Katsuyu immense network healing. Mystical palm technique was when the healer put their hands over the wounded area of the patient and transferred medical chakra to it. This sped up the body's regeneration and healing rate and helped the wound heal much faster. In the Katsuyu immense network healing, one had to have enough chakra to be able to summon Lady Katsuyu by using the strength of 100 seal. The summoner then shared their chakra with Katsuyu, who broke up into several tiny slugs and went over to the wounded people and healed them with the chakra. 6. Did Rock Lee not have any chakra since he couldn't use ninjutsu? He did possess a basic amount of chakra. Rock Lee did have a basic amount of chakra like every shinobi, for he would not be alive if he didn't. However, the most he could do with his chakra was to control it just enough to do simple tasks like walking on water. This basic usage of chakra was as far as his chakra wielding abilities went. He was unable to change his chakra form or perform any sort of genjutsu or ninjutsu release with it. 5. Could chakra feel also depend on the personality or nature of a person? It seemed like chakra feel did depend vary from person to person. When Team 7 saved Karen, she felt Naruto's chakra and described it as being warm and bright. However, she could also feel Kurama's chakra deep inside Naruto, which was extremely dark, and caught her by surprise. This was because Naruto was a happy, warm and welcoming person by nature, while Kurama was full of seething anger and loathing. This proved that every person and creature's chakra feel depended on their nature and perpetual temperament. 4. What were the different tailed beast chakra modes that Naruto could access? These modes were, namely, Nine-Tails chakra mode, Kurama chakra mode, tailed beast mode, Asura Kurama mode. During the course of the show, fans saw several forms of tailed beast chakra modes that Naruto accessed. However, these modes were not clearly distinguishable from each other, nor were they given a name. This is why they left a lot of questions in the minds of fans. These modes were, namely, Nine-Tails chakra mode, Kurama chakra mode, tailed beast mode, and Asura Kurama mode. 3. How were Naruto's tailed beast chakra modes different from each other? Some gave him full access to his chakra reserves while others enhanced Naruto's powers by many times. The Nine-Tails chakra mode was a mode that Naruto was able to access after he defeated Kurama and took his chakra from him without breaking the seal or becoming friends with the fox. In this mode, Kurama's chakra enveloped him like a cloak and enhanced his powers. Kurama chakra mode looked similar in appearance, but this mode was after Naruto had become friends with the fox, with the latter giving him full access to his chakra reserves. This mode enhanced Naruto's powers by many times. The tailed beast mode was when Naruto transformed, either entirely or partially, into the form of the nine-tailed fox. Finally, the Asura Kurama mode was when Naruto combined the Sage of Six Paths chakra with the tailed beast mode, giving him so much power that he was able to make tailed beast shadow clones and use the ultra big ball Raisin Shuriken Jutsu. 2. How was Naruto able to share chakra with everyone during the war? With Kurama's help, Naruto molded the chakra to be compatible with every person's unique chakra type. This feat would not have been possible for Naruto if it had not been for Kurama. Tailed beasts had the unique ability to transfer their chakra with whoever they wanted to share it with. Shikaku Nara understood the working of Kurama's chakra and Kakashi told him about how the tailed beast had given him chakra earlier. Shikaku analyzed this information and conveyed to Naruto exactly how to transform and transfer Kurama's chakra to another person. With Kurama's help, Naruto went a step ahead and molded the chakra to be compatible with every person's unique chakra type. 1. What was the difference between Senjutsu Six Paths Senjutsu? Six Paths Senjutsu was a senjutsu that used Sage of Six Paths chakra. In simple terms, in normal senjutsu, a shinobi harnessed energy from nature and added it to their chakra. This enhanced their abilities and magnified their chakra reserves, allowing them to perform jutsu they couldn't if they had their usual chakra reserves. Six Paths Senjutsu was a senjutsu that used Sage of Six Paths chakra. Hagoromo gave the Six Paths Senjutsu to Naruto during the Fourth Great Ninja War. This type of senjutsu worked similarly to regular senjutsu, except that the abilities of the shinobi were multiplied several times when compared to their normal senjutsu. The said person also gained powers like flying, healing, and complete knowledge on how to use chakra, all 5 elemental releases, and yin and yang releases. In senjutsu, a person had to learn to use the jutsu. But in Six Paths Senjutsu, the knowledge came with the mode.